It's so interesting to me because this EP is really, like, if something different is my EP, something new, I feel like, is Trevor's EP. Mm-hmm. Because Trevor had a huge hand in writing Sweet Honey. I mean, something new it just comes from a time that Trevor was playing Sweet Honey really slow.
Everyone just realized that. Now they all know the secret. They're the same song.
The same song twice. Yeah, Trevor was just grooving to the Sweet Honey chord progression, but then did the 6/8 time thing. And anyway, Never Stop is technically a song that I wrote, but it's one that Trevor and Michael listened to. They liked the idea of, and then they're just like, let's make this groovy. And so they did, and it was way better than my song that sounded like a bad Macy Gray song.
No such thing.
As a bad
Macy Gray
song. Parentheses, as a bad Macy Gray song.
No such thing as getting over Macy Gray. That's funny to only us.
But yeah, so Trevor had a huge influence on the first 3 songs, and then he left. Then after that, we were like, okay, so what are we going to write? And I think that's why What Is It For and No Such Thing were so hard to put together, or why we can't remember how they happened, was because it took forever for us to write them. And every time we tried to write a whole album around this style that Trevor left us with, we ended up writing a different album, which comes out next year.
Well, and that was another tricky thing, was we were trying to figure out how to release some of these songs. And we went back and forth of, are we going to have a full length? And I remember there was a time we were going to have an 8-track album with these songs and something else. I don't even remember.
That's a different EP.
Something else.
And so, man, it was just this crazy journey of figuring out and also navigating sort of a stylistic change as a band, you know?
And personnel changes.
And personnel change. Yeah, this whole EP is about and is born of that kind of transition, I feel like. Let's continue on to the song Something New. I had written half of this song. I had the first verse and the chorus. And then a year went by that it just sat in my phone, you know? And I think the same thing happened with Turning to Gold. Yeah, sometimes you just write part, and it wasn't, I probably didn't even bring it up, you know? It was just this song idea that I had that wasn't even a song.
You didn't, because when you brought it to us,
it was a song.
We jammed on it, and it was pretty much exactly how it is right now.
Yeah, that was a really cool moment.
Yeah, it exists. You can listen.
Yeah, we have that recording.
It's on Lo-Fi Jams. It's the first time that we.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because we were recording something else. We were recording Sweet Honey, and then the mics were already up, and we just played it and recorded it. It was great.
But anyway, back to the origin of the song. So I had written half of it, right, and then. I got really into Stranger Things, the show.
TV show.
Yeah, and I think season 2 had just finished. And I went down this rabbit hole of just watching YouTube videos of interviews with the Stranger Things kids. And they were on Jimmy Fallon and doing all that stuff. And I was
Is that the year you were Barb for Halloween?
I was Barb for Halloween that year.
That's the best costume I've ever seen.
I've never gotten more likes on anything. Anyway, so I've been watching all these YouTube videos and I was like, these kids are living the dream and they're so cool. Look at how cool they are. Man, I want to be their friend. I have to get famous if I'm going to do that. I better go write some songs. And I went into my bedroom and I finished this song. So that was really the motivation behind, becoming a songwriter. And so I finished it, and I still don't know the Stranger Things kids. It's the same chord progression as Sweet Honey, except for in the chorus it changes a little bit. And it was because I was trying to learn how to play Sweet Honey on the guitar, right? Because that was Trevor's tune, and I was like, I want to see if I can do this. And so I started doing it, and then I wrote my own song to the slow Sweet Honey, and that's what Something New was.
And then Algo Más comes from the fact that I was listening to the Aces, and they released a song. It was the Spanish version of their song Last One.
El Último? La Última Vez?
Yeah, I think that's what they call it, Last Time.
Last Time.
I was like, wow, that's really cool. I wish we had 2 members of our band who were fluent in another language.
If only.
And could translate it. Anyway, Michael and Sandro are both fluent in Spanish.
That's
and Michael was actually a Spanish translation major.
That's true. I have a degree in Spanish translation, and it's, like in a drawer somewhere.
And it's been useful.
A couple times.
But
not
most useful.
For this song. Yeah. Now I'm a FedEx driver.
How do you say FedEx in Spanish?
FedEx.
FedEx.
I'm disappointed.
And we did it in Spanish. And I had performed it. There were times when we would perform it and I would do like the first half in English and then the second half in Spanish. And then there would be like 6 people in the crowd that speak Spanish and they're like, whoa, are you going to release that? I don't know. And then we did.
Found a home for it. It's been really fun just with our music being kind of all over the world. That sounds pretentious, but like we do have a lot of listeners in Mexico and in Spain. So this one is a treat for you guys.
It's not pretentious. You'd be surprised how far 30,000 people can spread.
I hear if you stack 30,000 people on each other's shoulders, you will not come close to reaching the moon.
Yeah.
But the people at the top will die.
we
took all 30,000 of our monthly listeners and we killed them. For science.
It's like a strange term.
Stranger Things.
Yeah,
Full
let's
circle.
not include this at all. Okay.